in this class, we're doing a little interview of people for the 10 plagues. Right now we're dressed as people from Egypt. Let's get started.
Hello. Can you tell us something about the plague when Moses turns the Nile River to blood?
Oh, yes, I can. In fact, I'm still a little traumatized from that event. As you know, I'm one of the fastest swimmers in Egypt.
Really?
Yes, you know. My name is Sulema Makam.
Oh,
Have you heard of me?
No, I'm sorry.
That's my nickname, the crocodile.
Were you wearing?
There I was swimming, and all of a sudden, everything was red, and I thought, no, I've been finally bitten by a crocodile. And then I looked, and I got out of the river, but I noticed there's no crocodiles. They're gone. And I said, if the crocodiles are gone, and I look at the blood, and nothing is from me, it was terrifying. I thought maybe everyone was dead, something was going on. What could have made that happen? What, do you know?
No. What do you think?
Is anyone doing anything about it?
We heard that Moses did it.
With his staff.
He created the red blood?
No, God did, but he kind of put it through him.
Moses. I will meet this Moses and talk to him because I cannot go without my training every morning in the river, and I hear there will be other plagues, and I need to train.
Yeah.
I must be faster than the Greeks.
I was actually collecting water for my mother and father, and all of a sudden it's just bloody and like I don't understand why it would turn red like that. I've seen it dirty, but I've never seen it red.
So, this is the second plague, the plague of frogs. So where were you when this event happened?
When it happened, I'll never forget it. I was walking down to get water from the Nile River, and then all of a sudden these frogs came out of nowhere. Everywhere, there's frogs everywhere. I couldn't walk. There were so many frogs, and they kept jumping on me and getting on me. I'm not a fan of frogs. And they were just swarming everywhere, and then there were more just kept coming in, and I don't know where they came from.
Did you step on them?
Of course they did. They were under my feet, on top of my head, in my water pot. They were everywhere. I could not get rid of them. Everywhere I went, there were more frogs. And it's like they followed me back from where I went because I stopped getting water because they just kept jumping into my pot. So I said, forget it. I'm going to go home and just forget it. But they followed me everywhere I went. And then all of a sudden, all of these frogs were everywhere. And then they started to die. And then they started getting rotten. So we had rotten frogs all over the place. And I said, Mom, what do we do? What do we do with these frogs? And she said, I don't know, because it's never happened before.
Did it stink?
Have you ever smelled a rotten frog? No. I'll tell you, it smells something awful. I don't like frogs to begin with, but rotten frogs are a lot worse. That's what happened to me, at least. I think other people had it worse. I was trying to sleep. Have you ever tried to sleep with frogs jumping on you? Never. It's not easy. I did not sleep at all. And then they all died.
And
frogs
usually,
everywhere.
I'm not alone.
Coming out of the
And I was there with my daughter, and I don't know, she was working on some homework or something.
And all of a sudden they start dying.
Just
Just dying out of nowhere.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just wanted to make sure you talked.
It was
Yeah,
it was horrible.
I'm sure.
We've heard that third plague is about lice. Can you tell us about what happened?
Lice. Have you had lice? No. They're terrible. They get in your hair and your skin. They itch. And you scratch and you scratch. And there's nothing you can do to get rid of them. They're too small, you can't even hardly see them. And then wherever you lay down, they get under your covers and into the straw that you lay on. And the next person who lays there, they have lice. My whole family had lice. There was no way to get rid of them.
Well, did some people die?
Well, I don't know whether they died or they just wish they were dead.
Well, thank you for telling us about the horrible plague of the lice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm trying to get some.
I must go to the herbologist. Do something about these lice. Ah.
The plague of flies was just terrible. Everywhere, flies that you could see, just everywhere. They were all over you. In my eyes, in my ears, in my mouth. I would go to say something and I couldn't breathe because there were so many flies everywhere. It was terrible. I just wanted to die.
So, what happened for the plague of flies?
It was absolutely terrible. So, my friend just told you about how the frogs all came in, and once the frogs died, the smell of the carcasses brought in all of these flies. There were hundreds and thousands of flies. Like, these walls here, black. Absolutely black with flies. It was disgusting.
Tell me more.
Well, you can't do anything, and even if you just keep trying to swat it out of your face, flies are there. If you go to pick up some food, it's already been touched by flies, and then there's disease that follows that, and there are a lot of sick people, a lot of people couldn't work. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Did you get sick?
I didn't get sick, thankfully. We tried using netting to put over our heads to try to keep them away from our faces, but you can only do so much.
So, you are going to be talking to us about the cattle all dying. So, how did you get your meat and milk?
Well, with no cattle, you couldn't eat meat, you couldn't get the milk. Could you imagine trying to feed your baby without milk?
That would be tough.
And it smelled. I mean, they thought the frogs were bad, but the cattle, oh my gosh, it was worse. I mean, this rotting meat, and then there was a fly that still came back because of the cattle, and then we were done with the flies, but no. They all started coming back because of the rotting cows. People started dying of more starvation because nobody was eating. And like babies couldn't live because they couldn't have the milk. So we started losing children too.
Oh, what about when the cow died? Was that sad?
Yeah.
Was your cow your best friend?
Yeah.
And then what did the cow say? Nothing, right? 'Cause it was dead. Say it was dead. Oh.
Hello. Can we ask you some questions about the plague of boils?
The plague of boils, let me tell you. I just finished, doing all my stuff, feeding the family, taking care of the goats and stuff. Here are a few of them right now. And I decided, hey, I think maybe I'll go take a bath in the river. So I went to the river and I started washing myself, and then suddenly all these disgusting boils just started appearing all over my body. It was terrible. And I walked into town, turns out everybody had boils.
Were they painful?
They were extremely painful, and you wanted to itch them, but if you did, they'd hurt even more. Some of the people's boils started popping, and pus everywhere. It was disgusting.
Did people die from these?
So many people died from it. That was like compared to the plague of crickets, I think this was worse.
How disgusting was it?
How disgusting was it? It didn't make you want to get out of bed. But then you'd have to because you'd be super itchy from the boils and it'd be terrible.
What did you drink for water during this? Because you said that you got it from the water.
We boiled the water. That's about all we could do.
Thank you for telling us this.
Pen?
So we're going to be asking you some questions about the plague of hail and fire.
Oh, what do you want to know about that?
What was it like? Like, what happened?
Oh yeah, it's, first of all, I don't know what that was that fell out of the sky. It was hard, but it was made out of water. I've never seen anything like it. And when it hit hard, and it hurt. And I was outside in the whole thing, but when it hit the ground, I thought a bunch of rocks. They were clear rocks that fallen on the ground. And went to pick them up, they were wet, and I slipped and fell. And see, I even injured myself. And then so when I fell on the ground, I was like, well, it's wet, whatever. I would get up and okay. But then my clothes caught on fire. I don't understand. Have you ever seen water catch fire?
Never.
Rocks that become water, that become fire.
Did people get injured?
I did. My wife was fine. She was inside.
Did people die?
No, I don't think anybody died. There have been some strange things going on with these plagues, though. We need to find out what's going on.
World. Who could ever know that fire and hail at the same time? Everyone burning and screaming, and the hail pelting people, and it was horrible to live through that. One could just never imagine.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, what can I do for you, lovely lady?
Were you at the time of the sixth plague, the locusts?
Oh, I was. I actually just moved into this town when that happened. Worst experience ever. Like, talk about bad timing for moving. There was like these grasshoppers everywhere. They were so big. They were like this big. And then they plowed through all of our fields. Just ate everything. Like my sister, she's the baker. That was her worst year ever. Worst. They ate all of her wheat. She couldn't make any bread for all the family.
So, we heard that the second and last plague is the plague of darkness. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, it was so frightening. It was light, and then suddenly it was dark. I was scared. I grabbed my children and brought them to the house, and we hid. But eventually, the light came back. I don't know what it was from.
Can you tell us more?
I don't think anyone was hurt. I think we all were okay. But we didn't know what to do. How did you find your way around?
Get out of my way, stand aside, make way.
We just went into our home and gathered all together.
They are from Temecula.
But this plague of darkness, it was by far the worst.
Why?
I don't know where it came from. I know where the locusts came from. I know where the snakes came from. But the darkness was just, suddenly it was there. It was upon me. And I don't know where it came from. Thankfully, it didn't last long. It was truly frightening.
Really good. We're going to be asking you some questions about the 10th plague, when the firstborn son dies.
Well, that was really sad because we didn't put the lamb blood over our door, and so our brother died. And that's so sad. I'm so sorry. It's okay.
Sorry. Did any of your family or friends' son die?
Yeah, all his friends died too.
Well, that's very unfortunate. Who's this?
This is my little sister.
That's cute. What's her name?
Ruth.
Oh, that's adorable.
At least she's
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you, and I'm so sorry.
I hope your family gets past this horrible event.
Thanks.
Like the firstborn died. It was devastating.
Come this way to
can't
the potter
lose
shop.
your first child, and to lose it to a plague.
Right in here.
It was something we have no control over. But we pray to God that will never happen again.
Come this way, my friend.
Well, that was all of the 10 plagues. It was very difficult to get here.
Yeah, we time traveled.
Yeah, it was kind of really hard. You heard everything from Israelites and Egyptian mouths out of their mouths. So,
Yeah.
thank you and bye.
Yes, that was very hard. The time travel hurt my butt.
So, we're going to be asking you some questions about the 10th plague, when the firstborn son dies.
Well, that was really sad because we didn't put